Have you ever felt like you really know something, just because you've seen it before or heard about it once? Maybe you read a short article, watched a video, or just heard the name somewhere. That small familiarity can trick your brain into thinking you understand it completely. This happens to everyone. Our minds love shortcuts. When we feel we get it, we often stop exploring, thinking there's nothing more to learn. The problem isn't laziness or not caring. Our brains are designed to conserve energy, so they grab the first sense of understanding they can. Even when we think we are learning, that sense of "I know this" can appear too early. It feels real, but it's only a shallow idea. Real understanding takes a bit more work. It comes from paying attention, asking questions, and noticing where your knowledge is just surface level. Slow down and notice when your brain jumps to conclusions. Take a pause. Learning isn't a race. The goal is depth, not speed. Little steps of reflection create real insight. Sometimes we think we fully understand something, but we only know the surface. It's a quick feeling, almost automatic. You might recognize a concept, have heard a term, or seen a diagram once, and your brain convinces you, "Yes, I get this." Think about learning a new app. You open it, scroll around, and feel confident. But when asked to show an exact feature or explain a step, there's hesitation. That's the gap between knowing a little and truly understanding. This is not unusual. In fact, the more exposed we are to information, the more likely we feel overconfident. Seeing or reading things quickly can give a false sense of mastery. Recognize these moments. Question your understanding gently. Don't criticize yourself, just notice. Over time, practicing reflection and deeper engagement bridges that gap. It's about pausing, testing yourself, and looking beyond the first impression. Preparing for a presentation by memorizing bullets might feel enough, but when deeper questions arise, your knowledge gaps appear. Filling those gaps gives real confidence. Take small moments to check yourself. Ask, "Do I really understand this?" and look for proof in examples or practice. It's a slow, steady process, but it builds real skill. You start noticing details, thinking more critically, and truly grasping ideas rather than just feeling familiar with them. And that's the difference between surface knowledge and real understanding, something we all can develop with awareness and patience. Have you ever noticed how the more you learn, the more unsure you sometimes feel? Paradoxically, exposure can increase doubt. Cognitive science explains this with the Dunning-Kruger effect. People with limited knowledge often overestimate their competence, while those with more understanding recognize complexities and their own gaps. Imagine someone reading one article about investing. They feel like a pro. Contrast that with someone studying market trends for months. They're constantly noticing nuances and uncertainties. Exposure and depth create humility. Recognizing limits is not failure, it's accurate self-assessment. Accepting uncertainty opens the door to asking better questions and seeking richer understanding. Thus isn't about second-guessing everything, but about being aware when your confidence might exceed your actual grasp. Education and media often reward speed, not depth. Skimming headlines can falsely signal expertise. Awareness helps break this habit. On daily life, when someone confidently explains a new AI tool, pause and reflect. Do they understand the underlying mechanisms or just memorize buzzwords? Bildung depth means slowing down and interacting actively with knowledge, writing, testing, discussing, reflecting. That unease when you realize how much you do know, that's a healthy sign. It indicates genuine engagement with the topic and is crucial for real learning. Have you ever felt confused even when you thought you understood something? That's part of learning. Sometimes the more you know, the more you realize how much you don't know. Our brains love shortcuts, so when we skim or remember only parts, we think we fully understand. This is linked to a common pattern in cognitive science, the illusion of understanding. You might confidently explain a concept but miss important details. Think about explaining a new smartphone app to a friend. You might say, "It just tracks stuff for you." But if they ask, "How exactly does it track? What info does it store?" you might hesitate. That pause shows what you truly understand versus what you only think you know. Notice these pauses. They are clues that it's time to slow down and explore deeper. Being curious and questioning your own knowledge helps build real understanding. Instead of just nodding along, take a moment to examine your assumptions. If you try to write down step by step how the app works, you might spot gaps you didn't notice before. That's good. It means you're learning. Exposure to information can make you overconfident, but it can also make you smarter if you check yourself carefully. Embrace the feeling of "I might not know everything." It's not failure, it's awareness. That confusing moment, it's actually a sign of real engagement. When you notice it and explore further, you move from thinking you know to truly understanding. Ever wondered why some people seem overconfident even with little knowledge, while others appear hesitant despite knowing a lot? This comes from the Dunning-Kruger effect. People with less understanding often overestimate their skills, while those who know more are aware of their limits. Imagine two people learning to cook. One watches one tutorial and feels like a chef. The other practices daily and constantly notices mistakes. Confidence doesn't always match actual skill. Being aware of your own limits is a mark of intelligence, not weakness. Pay attention to moments when you feel, "I know this." Ask yourself, do I understand deeply or just superficially? Shortcuts in learning, skimming videos, headlines, or summaries, can trick you into thinking you're competent. Taking time to process and reflect builds real mastery. In daily life, when you explain a new tech tool to someone, see if you can explain it in detail. If not, that's normal. It just shows you need more practice. Reflecting on your knowledge can also reduce anxiety. Realizing you don't know everything is okay, it's part of growth. Accepting uncertainty allows you to ask better questions, explore more, and truly learn. So next time you feel unsure after learning something, remember that awareness is progress. It's better than blind confidence because now you know exactly what to explore next. Have you noticed how easy it is to believe we understand something after just a quick glance or a short read? Our brains are wired for efficiency. Once we have a basic outline in mind, we often stop exploring, thinking we've got it all. That feeling is tempting but misleading. Consider learning a new app. You might think you know it after opening it once or reading a short guide. But when someone asks you to show the exact steps or explain a hidden feature, you hesitate. That's the gap between surface knowledge and true understanding. Repeating this process, reflecting on what you truly know versus what you think you know, builds authentic competence over time. Notice when your mind jumps to conclusions and pause. Allow yourself a moment to analyze details you might have missed. Learning is not about speed, it's about depth. Skipping steps or assuming mastery can make you overconfident and slow down real growth. When preparing a presentation, if you only memorize bullet points, you might feel ready. But if a colleague asks a detailed question, your gaps become clear. Practicing to fill those gaps makes you genuinely prepared. Accept that not knowing everything is normal. That acceptance allows curiosity to thrive. Feedback is another powerful tool. Listening to others and evaluating your understanding through discussion or practice reinforces real learning. Build a habit of self-checking. Before claiming expertise, reflect, test, and validate your knowledge. So the next time you feel like "I get it," take a small pause. Explore a bit deeper. That tiny effort separates shallow familiarity from real comprehension. Over the past sections, we've explored how easy it is to think we know more than we do, how our minds take shortcuts, and why reflection matters. Understanding the difference between surface knowledge and deep understanding is the key to growth. Small pauses, checking assumptions, and embracing uncertainty are practical ways to develop real comprehension. By observing your own learning patterns, noticing where overconfidence sneaks in, and testing yourself, you can strengthen your cognitive skills every day. Remember, it's not about instant mastery, it's about steady, conscious growth. Each time you pause, reflect, and explore, you get closer to true understanding. Keep practicing these habits, and you'll notice improvements not just in knowledge, but in confidence and decision-making. Finally, stay curious. The path from "I think I know" to "I truly understand" is gradual but rewarding. That's where real learning and real advantage happens.